Hey guys, welcome to Red's Corner, my little corner of the internet, where today we're going to be unboxing February 2024's OwlCrate. I believe from, if I'm remembering correctly, from last month's sneak peek, it is Treacherous Love is the theme, which is very fitting for Valentine's Day. I'm going to have to apologize if my voice sounds kind of weird or off. I've been kind of getting over a cold for the past week, but I'm doing fine and I'm on the mend. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get unboxing. So really, I haven't had a chance to look at this box. I haven't really seen any spoilers for it beyond the kind of normal little thing that comes with the box, like previewing the next month, and I half the time forget those. It's a wonder, quite honestly, that I remembered the theme from last month. I've also kind of decided that instead of reviewing the book from last month on these videos, they're going to get their own separate video. That way I can kind of have a little bit of that way there's not as much pressure to finish the book within 1 month, or if OwlCrate comes earlier than expected, then it's not like I have to rush to finish the book. I'd rather finish a book in my own time and be able to actually read it and comprehend it and stuff. So yeah, so if you are interested in that, be sure to like and subscribe at the bottom of this video, and that way you'll be notified whenever those book reviews come out. So let's go ahead and open the box. All right then, so here is the card. We're gonna see here, Treacherous Love. And I really like this card. So it's kind of hard to see, but it's black, and then it has kind of a muted roses pattern. And then this would be the spoiler card. So I'll let y'all have that sneak peek and we'll get started. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these little wiggly worms for packaging, and y'all get to have a sneak peek. So the first thing that caught my eye is obviously this huge package right here. It's got OwlCrate all over it, the Royal Drinkware Collection. So I'm going to go ahead and open this before reading the spoilers. I'm going to guess it might be a tea set. For those wanting to dip into the world of kings and queens, princes and princesses, we've created a collection of stunning stackable mugs inspired by beloved royal fantasies. Display them on your kitchen counters in a stunning stacked fashion. Excuse me. And use them as you wish to sip your most elegant and regal drinks. Embark to the kingdom of Elfheim, and beware the prince so cruel. The first mug in our collection is based on The Cruel Prince and is designed by Lindsay Hook. Oh, and then there's their logos, Off the Hook Studio. That sounds familiar. I think I might know her. Although her Instagram handle makes me think of crochet because, you know, Off the Hook, but I get it now because of her last name. But anyway, let's go ahead and open. I do love mugs. I love to collect mugs. The only qualm I usually have, I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. The only qualm I sometimes have with these kind of books, these kind of subscription box ones, especially, is that they're sometimes not dishwasher safe, and I am, if not lazy. Yeah. Oh, also, I'm not sponsored by OwlCrate or anything. I'm just addicted to subscription boxes and figured I'd take y'all along for the ride. So here is the mug. Ooh. So it says it's stackable, so I'm wondering if there's going to be others. There's the OwlCrate logo. I sure hope this is dishwasher safe. But it might not be. It might just be to be on the safe side. Usually, sometimes they put something in there. It does not seem to say whether it is dishwasher safe or not. We're going to go with probably not. So, yeah. Let's see here. It has something in the inside. So there's like a little acorn. If I cannot be better than them, I will become so much worse. And that's probably a quote from the book. I really love the design. I like the crown and the sword. Ooh, and there's a mushroom there. My sister would love those. So it has a really nice cottagecore feel, and despite it being inspired by The Cruel Prince, which I haven't read, so I'm not really sure. Let me go ahead and see what this says. What it says on the spoiler card. I think it might say, okay, introducing our new 2024 collection, the Royalty Drinkware Collection. Throughout the year, we'll be including a variety of these mugs in our boxes. Each one is inspired by a beloved fandom that features royalty. Be sure to collect them all because as much as they look amazing on their own, they are also a stackable set. This month's stacking mug is based on The Cruel Prince by Holly Black and wonderfully designed by Lindsay Hill. Oh, okay. So they're going to include these month to month. So I'm actually looking forward to, you can kind of tell how they're stackable with the way the bottom is designed. So I'm looking forward to that and being able to stack them up. So we're going to go ahead and toss the box aside for the cat and scooch that over. And back to the box. And we're gonna pick this up. This is intriguing. I cannot read. Oh, there we go. Although you may not want to consume death with our spoon set, you can consume the most delicious of dishes with beautiful flair, inspired by belladonna. Each spoon represents both the belladonna and foxglove flowers featured in the world in a delicate, stunning fashion, designed with love by Azura Arts. That is actually really cool. A belladonna spoon set. If I remember correctly, I want to say belladonna and foxglove are poisonous. At least I'm assuming they are based off of, you know, context. Oh dear. Oops. I ended up kind of dropping the box, so we'll have to come back and get it. But let's go ahead and open it. Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So there are two sets. It looks like there's something engraved. I'm reading it upside down. It looks like there's something engraved. Come to stab me again. Hello, little bird. Come to stab me again. That sounds quite cute. I really love, there's like a subtle difference in design. So I guess they're based off of the plants. I don't know enough about belladonna and foxglove to tell which one's which, but this one kind of reminds me of bluebonnets because I live here in South Texas. That's the state flower. Very pretty flower if you're not familiar with it, but this kind of reminds me of the shape of it. And then this one just looks like a flower too. So again, more dishware, which is always helpful. I'm going to go ahead and read the little blurb on the spoiler card while I go grab the box and hope and pray that nothing was breakable in that. Consume all your favorite meals with our fancy spoon set inspired by belladonna and designed by Azura Arts. The flourish of the handle and the quotes all together make for a set that elevates your dining experiences. So that is pretty cool. Here we go. So I managed to get the box. I managed to rescue the box. Here it is. Maybe I should keep it here, but it's kind of, I don't really have much room in this little area of mine, which is probably my own doing, but that's okay. Oh, this is the pin, this month's pin. Ooh, 2 of 12. So I really like how they, I commented on this last time, but so you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think the packaging changes, but I do still love how it looks kind of like a letter. So I guess this one, before we open it, I can go ahead and read what it is, since we already know it's a pin. Here is the second pin in our Perfect Pairings collection. Each month's box will include a sliding pin featuring characters that pair together in the most fierce, intense, and romantic ways. All designed by Sayer at Sayer Art. Oh, okay, so they're all designed by the same person. Our second perfect pairing continues our love for belladonna with the enchanting Signa and Death dancing through the night. I haven't read this book, so those of you that are belladonna fans might know this a bit better than I. So we're going to go ahead and, ooh, so there's the kind of like sliding action. I kind of like last month's pin better. Well, to be fair, that might be because I actually recognize the fandom, but I do like in the last month's pin how they have Sophia and Howl kind of coming together, whereas this one just kind of clicks. Like they make use of the sliding action, whereas this one, it's just like you're moving the frame out and in. It kind of feels like they're just trying to keep up the sliding mechanism, but the sliding, like there's virtually not really much of a difference between this pin and like removing it. So, but overall, I still love it, even though I don't know the reference. it is still a really nice pin, and I would happily display it on my pin banner, which we will hopefully get before January. And then this other thing, ooh, this is cute. So it looks like some sort of oven mitt that has roses. Oh, it is an oven mitt. The Scarlet, inspired by the Scarlet Veil by Shelby Mahurin. It is 100% cotton, hand wash only, and hang to dry. So this looks to be an oven mitt, which is always helpful. OwlCrate really went hard onto the into the cookingware, which leads me to think that maybe the book inside, which I don't know what it is, actually is maybe has to do with cooking. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but it would be really, really cool and really like kind of, it'd be really cool if the book inside has to do with food, and then all the items kind of have to, with the exception of the pin, have to do with kind of food. So let's go ahead and read this. Let's keep the burning in our hearts and not our hands with our Le Eternal oven mitt. It's the perfect item to have when baking for you or your loved ones. This item is inspired by the Scarlet Veil and beautifully designed by Wandering Moda. So I actually really like this because if you're not using it, it looks like a heart, and you can probably put it as just, I don't remember what they're called. Trivets, I think, maybe. You could probably, it looks like you could just stick your pan on it, but when you turn it around, it actually works as like a tiny oven mitt. So I really like that, and will definitely get use out of that when I go baking. So let's see here. Oh, here's another thing, OwlCrate. Huh. Wonder what this is. Ooh. So this, the bright star holds even as the darkness rises. So I think this is a sticker. Let me check if the envelope has anything else in it. Nope. So this looks like a sticker. Let me go ahead and read this one said. Oh, jazz up your window with our cool stained glass window decal. It'll bring such a pretty effect to spice up your space with the awesome design by Vera Dermanovsky, and is inspired by the dark rise. It's also easily removable and reusable as well. Well, that is helpful because I'll probably be moving sometime later in the year. But also, the name of the artist I will show y'all is that person, Dermanovsky. I sure hope I'm not mispronouncing it, but I apologize if I am, Vera. So yeah, I think all that's left in here is the book itself, which I'm going to go ahead and really quickly get this out, like remove the plastic on it. Let us go ahead and see. Ooh. Sorry. Another exclusive edition from OwlCrate. This is the Heartless Hunter by Kristen Gigarelli. So we're gonna go ahead and move this over here. I love this cover. I really like the roses and then the sword, which makes sense why the kind of roses and the treacherous love. So let's go ahead and start off with kind of just looking at the cover and stuff before we go into, this is a game, It's Only Pretend, which gives me Caraval vibes immediately. And I actually really enjoyed that series. I don't remember the author of that series, the Caraval series. But interestingly enough, Caraval was actually was a book that OwlCrate actually put in like many years ago, back when I was in college. So yeah, that's really cool. It has the green paper edges. The only thing that I kind of wish OwlCrate would do more is like having designed edges where there's like a picture here. But having just the plain, I guess they're called sprayed edges, is also great. I mean, it's better than nothing. Let's go ahead and take a look at the end papers. Ooh, look at that. Is that foiled? Oh, it is foiled. So this one doesn't have any character. Well, y'all got to peek at the naked cover, but yeah. So there's that. And I wonder what the, oops, we'll take off the dust cover for now. Okay, and then the back is this more of the same. Here is the naked hardback. You can't renounce your own heart. So one thing that I have noticed for the past couple of OwlCrate books is, so for example, for Fragile Enchantment, which was last month's box, they had a picture on the naked hardcover that said the Tattler, which, because I hadn't read the book before, obviously, I didn't understand the meaning of that. So one thing to look forward to is kind of, in Fragile Enchantment, it's the kind of gossip newsletter in there within the realm of the book. So, and then I think the same was for the December one, which is To Kill a Shadow, where the naked hardcover is meant to look like a book that is actually in the story. So I kind of enjoyed that touch. I guess I'll kind of touch more on it in my eventual review of this book, I guess. But so far, I really kind of like this kind of tealish green color. It kind of matches the cover here. So it's, and then it has the little, the title, and then more flowers. I'm afraid you'll be the end of me. Ooh, so that sounds romantic. Another thing with OwlCrate is that the back always has, the dust cover has an alternative, has the alternate character. And I know my camera's not big enough to really fully capture it, but I always love the dust jacket. I don't usually reverse it, just because in the past, OwlCrate seems to do kind of like the character, like a kind of wraparound scene, which doesn't include the title of the story, unfortunately. So if I put it on a shelf with this out, like, it'd be kind of hard to figure out, okay, what was that book again? Anyway, so we'll go ahead and put it back in, because I do like to keep the dust jackets on. And then we can go ahead and read the synopsis and see where we go from here. Enemies to Lovers doesn't get more high stakes than a witch and a witch hunter falling in love in best-selling author Kristen Cicerelli. Is it Cicerelli or Gigarelli? Oh, okay. I guess it's Cicerelli. My bad. Cicerelli, latest romantic fantasy. On the night Rune's life changed forever, blood ran in the streets. Now in the aftermath of a devastating revolution, witches have been diminished from powerful rulers to outcasts, ruthlessly hunted due to their waning magic, and Rune must hide what she is. Spending her days pretending to be nothing more than a vapid young socialite, Rune spends her nights as the Crimson Moth, a witch vigilante who rescues her kind from being purged. When a rescue goes wrong, she decides to throw the witch hunters off her scent and gain the intel she desperately needs by courting the handsome Gideon Sharp. He is a notorious and unforgiving witch hunter loyal to the revolution, and too late, Rune realizes she might be falling for him. Gideon loathes the decadence and superficiality Rune represents, but when he learns the Crimson Moth has been using Rune's merchant ships to smuggle renegade witches out of the Republic, he inserts himself into her social circles by pretending to court her. He soon realizes that beneath her beauty and shallow facade is something fiercely intelligent and tender, who feels like his perfect match. Except, what if she's the very villain he's been hunting? So that is an interesting synopsis. I've always been more of a fan of slow burn romances, so I do like enemies to lovers tropes. The only thing is that I tend to get really picky about romance, if I'm being honest, just because sometimes I feel like books and movies tend to kind of rush the romance, if that makes sense. They kind of are like, I really, my main irritation, my pet peeve in stories is when it's like, main guy and main girl, there's no established chemistry between them, but everybody's kind of expected to ship them together just because they're the main guy and the main girl. But in my opinion, romance is primarily, excuse me, by definition, is a character-driven plot. So if the characters don't actually have chemistry and you don't establish that chemistry, it can be kind of hard to convince why should these characters be together. But, so, with that being said, enemies to lovers, I've always kind of felt like, well, it kind of depends on that handoff of, like, how do you grow fond of somebody that you see as, like, your most hated enemy, but I am looking forward to reading this. It does seem like an interesting read. So yeah, with that, be sure if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what your first thoughts are on the book and OwlCrate's items. I've always been really loved OwlCrate's items and whatnot. Oh, and there should be, oh, I almost forgot. I was going to end the video without showing y'all the little pamphlet that it comes with. So here's OwlCrate, always includes these. They're like a little booklet that usually has the author's interview. But my favorite part of this is actually it compares OwlCrate's edition with the regular edition. So this is what the regular hardcover looks like. I do kind of like the moth, but I gotta admit that I've always preferred OwlCrate's redesign of the covers. And maybe that's just because that's my, I kind of like the old fancy books. That makes sense. There's usually, here is an interview with Lindsay Hook, one of the vendors that they worked with today, and oh, and a little playlist for the book. So I always try to keep this with the book. So we're gonna do that again. Oh, this has a ribbon bookmark. I didn't even notice that. So this has a ribbon bookmark in it too. I don't know if I'll use it because with my reading of Fragile Enchantment, which also has a ribbon bookmark, I have discovered that my cat seems to enjoy them, and not in the same way that I do, in that she keeps biting and grabbing it with her claws and kind of ruining the bookmark. So I might use a traditional bookmark for this, but we'll see. And then let's go ahead and see what next month's is. Ooh, Secrets and Masks. Ooh, I love a good masquerade. So that is the next month's March Young Adult OwlCrate theme. And then in the back, every March box will include a unique item designed by Sadra Fox, I think, which is perfect for dragon lovers. Ooh, I love dragons. Oh, that's like my favorite fantasy creature in all of existence are dragons. But looking forward to next month. So yeah, comment what you think of this book. Comment on pretty much anything. What you think of the book, what you think of the items. What do you think of next month's theme? Maybe even if you want to try to guess what the book is. I read every single comment, even if I don't always reply to the comments. I do appreciate them. If you think somebody else would enjoy this video, feel free to share this video throughout all corners of the internet. And with that, see y'all next month. Bye.